Hello, my name is Patrick Casserly. I'm the Design Studio Coordinator at the University of Ibadan in Ibadan, Nigeria. And I work for Rice 360 Institute for Global Health Technologies. And today we'll be talking about how to evaluate which design to pursue once you have completed the brainstorming process. So thus far in our project, we've been introduced to the problem. We've conducted background research and we've got to know what the needs of our client are. And we've conducted brainstorming. So we've developed some solutions around the problem space. And now that we have developed multiple solution options, we are trying to decide which option should the design team pursue and which solution is best fit for this specific design challenge. And in order to select the solution option which is best fit for this specific problem, engineers use a project management tool called a design matrix to help them decide which design to pursue. So a design matrix is a project management tool that really makes the process of making a decision as objective as possible. So the decision-making process for engineers should be well structured and analytical. And if you take this approach, you will increase the likelihood that the solution option that your design team chooses to pursue will have the highest likelihood of meeting the needs of your client as well as addressing and solving the most important challenges related to the problem that you are trying to solve. So when you're structuring a design matrix, you'll want to go back and look at the different solution options that you and your design team develop together during the brainstorming process and choose three distinct and feasible design options. Then you'll want to take a look at the product requirements page that you have developed with your team, and you'll want to reflect on what you and your team believe are the 5 to 10 most important product requirements. These will become the criteria that you will use when making a decision about which solution option that you will pursue. So each of these criteria, it could be cost, it could be usability, it could be safety. Each one of those criteria will be assigned a weight as a percentage out of 100. And then each of the individual solution options will be scored on a scale of 1 to 5. And that score will reflect how well you and your team believe that that specific solution option will be able to meet that specific product requirement. So let's take a look at the design matrix on the next page, and we'll see how once we've developed a list of important criteria and identified our three most important design options, we'll be able to use a design matrix to help us decide which solution option we should pursue. So here's an example of a design matrix. And in this example, a team of design students is trying to select which one of three designs they want to pursue for their design project. They've named their three different designs. One is called the one strap design, one is called the backpack design, and one is called the ring design. And in order to figure out which design to pursue, they are using a design matrix. And so the first thing they do is identify the 6 most important product design specifications and label them as criteria. So the most important design specification that they identified is patient comfort. And they gave this design criterion a weight of 25 out of 100. And once they have identified the 6 most important criteria, Then they look at each design option individually and score it out of 5 on how well it meets the patient's comfort, for example. So the one strap solution scored 5 out of 5. According to the design team and their assessment, they believe that this solution option receives full marks for patient comfort. And so when you take 5 divided by 5, that equals 1, and then you multiply it by 25, which is the weight of the criterion, and then the one strap solution gets a score of 25. If you look over at the backpack and the ring solutions, they received scores of 4 out of 5 for patient comfort. And so 4 out of 5 is equal to 0.8. And when that is multiplied by the criterion weight of 25, then the final total scores of the backpack and the ring solution is equal to 20. And so the design team assigns a score out of 5 for each one of the different criteria, and then they multiply that subscore by the criterion's weight to get a total score for each criterion. Once the team has identified total scores for each different criterion, then they sum all of the scores together to get a final total score. And the design option with the highest final total score out of 100 is the design option that the team will pursue for their project. In this case, the design team have decided through the use of the design matrix that the one strap solution option will be the solution option with the highest likelihood of success. In summary, a design matrix is a project management tool used by engineers to compare and select the best solution from a set of options. And the great thing about using a design matrix is that it really promotes conversation amongst design team members, and ultimately it will lead to the design team to select a solution option with the highest likelihood of success. And this entire process is supposed to be as objective and structured as possible. And the great thing about using a design matrix is that you don't have to restrict yourself to using this tool only once per design challenge. It can even be used to decide whether or not to add or remove certain small features to a design. So the design matrix is a really useful tool, and it is a great way to improve the likelihood of success for your design project.